and it's pretty boggy here. Very boggy indeed. Oh, almost so saturated you can't even walk on it. Oh my god. Yeah, it's a pretty boggy here, like, oh my god. It's fairly boggy here. Oh. Hello and welcome back to the channel, Steve Here's Adventures, all about hiking, wild camping and outdoor adventures. So today I am parked up at Sadgill. It's quite a remote place to get to, and I'm on my way up to tick off 2 Wainwrights, and that's Grey Crag Pillar in the far eastern fells. And the weather is atrocious. I almost didn't come out, but I thought I'll just find somewhere sheltered to camp. Precarious. Oh, crazy. If you look at the map just here, this is this rather stupid little detour you've got to go on, because the wall is pretty high and it's got wire on the top, so you can't really jump over it. And I remember the last time I jumped over a wall, I broke my ankle and people were watching, so I wasn't going to risk that again. It's the dodgiest sty I've ever been over. It was sinking. Oh, that was tough. Short but tough. And it's pretty boggy here. And I think it's going to stay boggy until I get part way up Grey Crag. Actually, it's got other names. I'll put them up on the screen, because sometimes it's confusing. The Wainwright is the crag, not the summit, I think. I'm not actually sure what it's called, but in Wainwright's books, it's called Grey Crag and Pillar. Obviously not the Pillar in the Pillar range, but Pillar in the eastern fells, far eastern fells at that. I don't think I need to get any water yet, because at the top of here there is a tarn. I'm not sure what it's called. If I can find the name, I'll put it up on the screen. And that's next to the summit of Pillar. I think it's called Grey Crag Tarn or something. And besides which, it's really wet today. And there is a stream near the top in the saddle. So I think it'll be fine for water, so I don't need to carry that, so my pack is fairly light. Although, you wouldn't think it, because I'm blown out my arse. Although the weather looks a bit rough at the moment, it's meant to get rougher. It possibly could get up to 50-mile-an-hour winds, gusts, tonight on the summit. Now that means around about 600, 700 metres. And that's about where I'll be. It is going to get breezy. I have brought extra pegs to ensure that the tent is sturdy. But for some reason, I'm finding this a little bit hard going, to be honest. And it's only 630 metres or something. But like I said, I'm blown out my arse. I can see the summit. It's like a big funny, what do you call them? Trig point. Very strange V-shaped trig point. I guess we'll see when we get up there. Ahead of me there is another wild camper, I think. He's got a big backpack on. He shot off way ahead of me like a mountain goat. Just behind us is the summit of Great Crag, and just over there you can see the summit of Pillar, which isn't that much higher. It's just a little bit down then up, and hopefully I'll get some water on the way. Bayek, it's windy on the top, so tonight I will have to find somewhere very sheltered to place my tent. Can't stay still for too long because there's quite a bit of wind chill and I can feel it on my back and my hands and that. Whereas when you're walking, it keeps you warm until you stop. Well, the wind has calmed down a little bit here. I am actively looking for a good water source now. I have absolutely zero water with me, so it's very important that I find something. I do have a filter, but I think I'm going to camp somewhere around the top of Pillar. It's just going to be fairly windy up there, so I will have to find somewhere sheltered. But at the minute, I am looking for some water. It's everywhere basically because it's very soggy, but I would like to get something decent and fresh. Tonight I do have a nice meal to cook. Unfortunately no alcohol. I am on a health kick, so I'm having a healthy hike. I do have some hot chocolate, some coffee, some tea, some cup of soups, and obviously something very nice for my tea, but simple. I have got the jet boiled skillet again. So this here isn't Pillar, this is Heron Pike. I took a wrong turn, so I'm not there yet. I need to be over there. Anyway, I better get going. As you might have noticed, I've managed to find the path, kind of. Only problem is, it is extremely boggy. Very boggy indeed. Oh, almost so saturated, you can't even walk on it. You're almost sinking in it. Oh, so nasty. And it doesn't take long, if it's this wet, for your feet to get wet. Oh. But once I get onto this hill, I should be out of all this bog. What a nightmare. It's been a while since I've took a detour. Oh my God. Jesus. Almost being past the boots there. Oh. Nasty, gnarly weather. You know, this year hasn't really been any cool, crisp, clear sky camps. No, they've all been nasty, wet, cold, windy, gnarly, horrible. But then again, it does make, once you get to where you're camping, it does make it better because you're just glad to get in the bloody tent. I'm not far from Pillar, just up here. And then we will find somewhere to pitch this tent if I don't sink. Well, I am at the top of Pillar and got this lovely little cane tower on the top, so I know I'm here. Now I've got to find somewhere to camp in this wind, and it is fairly windy. I've got me wind meter, or whatever you call it. I'm going to see what the wind speed is where I am. Obviously I'm sheltered at the moment by this, but if you look at this water down here, just a little taste of how windy it is. I'm going to get me thing out, test the wind, and then I'm going to find somewhere to pitch my tent. I'm not messing about. It is fairly early, it's probably only about 3 o'clock, but I don't care. Well, this is where I've ended up. I'll show you on the map, and this is where I'm going to put my tent. It's basically in the middle of nowhere. I've getting some water, so I've got 2 litres of fresh water now. I got it out of a stream. That body of water next to the summit, I thought about that. I looked at it and it was murky, and I'm guessing people probably pee in it, so I'm not doing that. Anyway, just down there I can see the Bothy, Mosedale Cottage I think it's called, but I'm not going there. That would defeat the object of camping out in the wind. So I found a nice spot just here. Grass is nice and soft, it'll insulate the bottom of the tent, and hopefully I can hunker down and get out of this wind. I will have to put the tent directed thin end into the wind, otherwise it'll blow away. So I'm going to get this tent up now. Well, the tent is up and I am in it, and it's fairly windy and I'm freezing cold. A little bit later on I'll show you how I've got it pegged out, and it's the Hilleberg Solo I'm in, and I've got it pegged out so that it should be alright in the wind. I measured the wind at the summit and it was about 45 miles an hour. It's not that much down here where I am, but it's still very windy, very gusty. I think it's probably around about 30 mile an hour with gusts. Anyway, that doesn't matter. It is windy. I'm going to have to be careful when I'm cooking. I'll show you my cook setup in a minute, and I'll tell you what I've got for my tea. But first, I'm going to get warm, and then once I'm warm, I'm going to have half an hour, get warm, have a cup of tea, and then I'm going to get back to you. Oh God, do you know what? Nothing tastes better than a chicken cup of soup. Oh. That's perfect. It's hot, it's tasty, and it's basically just got like a hot drink with some sustenance, salt, a little bit of carbs in. Puts you right after a hike, I think. Absolutely delicious. Not very nice out here. I don't think I'll be staying out here for long. It's actually cleared up quite a bit, but it is extremely windy, and the wind chill is absolutely brutal. So I'm not staying out here for long. Tent is up, and I've got the guidelines done like this. If you can see. Hopefully it works better, but it is windy. I haven't quite gotten the tent in the right position because it's blown into the side and not the narrow end. It's near enough, but I've got the guidelines out as many points as I can. If I look down there, I'm going to zoom in. You can see those like little trees. That's Mosedale Cottage. That would be nice, but there's bound to be someone in there. So if I just quickly show you around, that over there's Hartfell. That there's Branstey. Cells. I'm not actually sure what that one's called. I put the name up. And behind us is Pillar, and I'm on the side of Pillar. But that being said, it is brutally cold out here, and I'm losing my hands very quickly. So I'm going to get back in the tent, get warm, and we'll have a night in the tent, by the looks of it. It's bloody freezing out here. Whoa. Well, the wind is getting up as expected. It's hitting this side of the tent, like the thin end, but at the right hand side. So it's not quite head on in the wind, the tent. So it is getting a good battering. When you get a good gust, it doesn't half shift the tent. But it's fine. I think I've had it in higher winds than this. But I've got a feeling it's going to get stronger, the wind, later on. Probably while I'm cooking. And no sooner did I see it, here comes the rain, and it's just starting to get a little bit darker now. You can't really see with the camera because it lightens it a bit. It's almost time to put a light on. I think I might have myself a cup of tea, and then after that I think I'm going to make some food. So when I first started wild camping, I definitely wasn't a gear freak, and I started off with a bobcat, an OEX bobcat, and a terrible sleeping bag, and gradually over the years I've acquired better gear, more expensive gear, and it's allowed us to go camping in the winter, which it is now, in horrific weather. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea. However, if you are going to go camping in this kind of weather, don't underestimate it. You need a decent tent, and you need an escape plan as well. I have a few escape plans. I know that if my tent fails, I can get ready inside it, pack up really quickly. I'm waterproof and warm, and I can get down. I know my route down, and I know how to get back to the car. Also, this time there's a bothy just down the hill, so I probably would go there if it was at the middle of the night, so I'm safe. Also, I do have a Garmin, which means I've got connectivity to whoever I need to be in contact with. Also, if I fall, it sends an SOS and the mountain rescue come out. And there's that wind again. Wow. Getting some fairly strong gusts now. This is probably just a taste of what's coming. So let's hope this tent stands up to it. Tea without sugar. It's the health kick. I'm getting used to it slowly. Yes, I would like to mention, I've just looked at my YouTube studio and I've just surpassed 5,000 subscribers and I am over the moon. So thank you for everybody that has subscribed. Also everybody that comments and likes me videos. I really appreciate it. It feels good when you start getting a little bit of success, and it is really starting to take off, because I've got, in the last 28 days, I've gone from 2,800 subscribers to 5,000. So it's all happening this month. Oh, it's the rain again. Wow. Apparently in the morning it's going to be worse than this. It's going to be torrential hail and some snow, high winds around about 50 mile an hour southwesterly. So it's going to be fairly bad. I just really hope that this tent stands up to it. Cooking in the tent in wind like this is always a challenge. Got to make sure that your stove's stable enough. Now I'm having fried chicken and fried potatoes, and I've got lots of seasoning on, lots of butter. I'm just letting it simmer away because I've got to make sure that the chicken is cooked. The good thing about these jet boil skillets are that the stuff very rarely burns in it. Sorry, sticks. Nothing really sticks to it. It's almost ready. Cooked to perfection. The only thing is, you've got to eat this quite quickly, because with the temperature being really cold, it's going to cool down pretty quick. But it is really tasty. And very hot. I'm absolutely stuffed. That was really tasty. And I just barely managed to eat it all. There's quite a lot there. Maybe next time I should make a little bit less. Anyway, I'm going to let this settle. Then I think I'm probably going to watch a movie and then try and get some sleep. Although that might be difficult in this wind. We'll see, we'll see. Well, I was asleep, but this is turning into a storm. It's very difficult to get any sleep, very noisy. The tent is getting battered all over. Had a quick look at tomorrow's weather forecast and it's not looking good. It's going to be absolutely brutal in the morning. But I don't really want to leave here whilst it's dark, so I'm going to hang fire, try and get some sleep. This wind isn't half getting up, and it's changed direction. It's sort of coming right into the side of the tent now. Absolutely brutal. It's about 5:30 in the morning. I think I'm going to have a cup of coffee, or I might have a cup of hot chocolate. Something to start the morning off. It is very windy, and it's been extremely windy, and it's getting windier. There's very little space in the porch of this tent. The wind is actually bellowing the tent in. I've checked the guidelines outside and they're fine, it's just that windy. Well, it's just starting to get light outside and it's pretty claggy. Very windy. It looks like it's going to be a rough walk down. As far as weather's concerned, I've been out in some gnarly weather, but this is up there, like, it's up there. I think I placed my tent in the wrong place. I should have really looked for somewhere a little bit more sheltered, but I was that ready to put my tent up, I just plonked it anywhere. I did try and put it into the wind, but the wind's changing directions. Anyway, it's nothing better than a nice cup of coffee on a morning. So what I'll do is I'll do my normal trick. I'll get completely ready and dressed and everything away inside the tent before I try and make an exit outside. And then it's just a mad rush putting the tent down. And then we're going to walk down a different way than what we came up. Should be interesting. Well, that's everything inside the tent packed away more or less. I do have my insulated floor mat to put in my pack once I get out the tent. and I do have to put my waterproofs on and take this jacket off. Then I'm getting out the tent, and it's going to be rough putting this tent away. Well, that's the tent away. As you can see, remember, leave no trace. I've had a little bit of a check about, and it's just a squash grass. It's pretty gnarly, and I'm guessing the wind's coming from over this way around the hill, and that's the way I'm going. So it's going to get exceptionally windy when I get round this corner. So I'm going to put you away for a couple of seconds, because I'm going to have to navigate back to the path from where I am. And as you can see, it's very claggy and I'm off piste, so I need to get to the path. So I did find the path, and I have to be extremely careful because yesterday on this, just the same kind of path, I slipped over. It's because there's a lot of surface water on the muddy path, so it's best to stick to the grass rather than the actual path. And the reason for that is because you're just going to go on my arse. It's not very nice slipping over with a heavy backpack on, because you are a little bit top heavy. The wind isn't quite as bad as what I thought it was going to be coming down, but it is still quite bad. But I'm guessing once I get into this valley, it should be a little bit calmer. So when the weather's like this, and every wild camper will know, or hiker will know, that on a morning like this, when it's wild outside and it's raining and you know it's going to be horrible getting out your tent, you just want to stay in your sleeping bag and just lie there, and nice and warm and peaceful, just with the wind on the tent. And there's something about that I like. And I guess it's probably the same for other wild campers and people. Look at the speed at which this clag is moving. The wind, I should take a wind measurement. I don't think it's that bad. I think it's probably about 35, 40 miles an hour. Well, 30 miles an hour with gusts of 40, I think. It's always easy to overestimate the strength of the wind, because I think people don't realise how strong wind can be. I've been in 70 mile an hour winds before, in between Rest Dod and High Street, and with the hail, it's absolutely horrific. You can't even walk. So this is about 35, maybe at a push. Look at the speed at which that's going. As expected, the wind has dropped a tad as I've come down to this valley. The way I'm going is down this path. I should end up at Gatesgarth Pass, and I'll be going down through that valley back to the car. We're at the path at the bottom of Pillar. It's just there, just come down from there and we're going this way. And shortly we'll meet up with Gatesgarth Pass. Yeah, it's a pretty boggy here, like. I'm just navigating this. Oh, it's because there's a stream here. Oh my God. Fairly boggy here. I'm off back down to the car, and that brings us to an end of this video, and I hope you've enjoyed it. It's been a bit gnarly. We haven't really done much, have we? But I've enjoyed it. It's been a nice little get out. If you've enjoyed it, please subscribe, drop us a like, please comment. I still answer all the comments because I'm guessing until the channel grows a bit bigger and I'm getting more comments, I'll still answer them all. And I always give a little heart and a like, and I really do appreciate a comment because it means you appreciate the video, and I appreciate that you appreciate it. That doesn't make sense, does it? I'm going to shut up now, and I'm going to head off down to the car, and I'll see you on the next one.